Good evening, everyone. Wanted to do a video. It's been a while. I want to take the next few days and do some videos of highlighting some of the companies I work with and the gear I use. Sometimes when we go out fishing, we get so caught up on the location, catching the fish, that we forget to go through what it is we're using, how we're targeting those fish, and the stuff we like to use. So tonight I want to highlight one of the companies I work with, which is National Pro Staff. It's a website and app that helps connect anglers with other companies. I also want to give a big shout out to Sean Tran at Saki Fishing. Got my new Pro Staff hoodie over the weekend. Came out pretty sharp. As always, Sean does amazing stuff, so thanks, Sean. Without further ado, I'm going to flip the phone over and take you guys through the National Pro Staff website, and we're going to do that. All right, everyone, so I've got the National Pro Staff website pulled up here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the login right here. If you're new to the page, go ahead and sign up. What I'm going to do, this is my main page here. I'm just going to walk you guys basically from the top left here. I'm going to walk you through just some of the features the page has. And like I mentioned, make sure you check out the app from the App Store. NPS is the name of the app, or National Pro Staff. Has a lot of cool stuff on there as well. This is my main page. You can see a lot of stuff on here. I've got some of my posts that are on here. It also gives me some different sponsorship opportunities, highlights some of the locations I fished. You can see there's a Milwaukee post. So I fished in Milwaukee earlier this winter. So I'm just going to kind of scroll through there. Nice little goldfish. Scroll through there real quick. Little jaw jacker walleye. Alright, so let's go back up to the top. NPS here, this is the home page. Not going to spend a ton of time there. At the Discover tab right here, one of the cool things we're going to see is the sponsorship opportunities. If I click on that, that's going to take me to a page here where there's all these companies looking to sponsor anglers. And if you're an angler looking to work with a company or do some pro staff work, there's a lot of opportunities here on National Pro Staff. National Pro Staff actually allows you to create a resume on their website, and then when you apply to these companies, it shoots that resume to that company and they get back to you. So highlight some of those there. Pretty cool. Let's go back up to Discover. And anglers, these are just different anglers on National Pro Staff. You can look for guys to follow in your area, guys that fish for the same species as you, all kinds of variety here. In the shop, National Pro Staff, since they partner with so many of these companies, they do have a lot of products here that you can buy from the website as well. As you can see, we got Luz here at the top, pretty popular brand. So at the very top here, you can see they've got baits, line, terminal tackle, accessories, apparel. Let's go rods and reels here real quick. Rods, and just kind of show you what they're working with and what they've got. So you can see some different rods. Here's a Luz here. I'm just going to click on this Luz since it's the first thing up. One thing you'll notice here is because I work with NPS, is a discounted price up here. So you have the regular price, and then you have a discounted price. So I don't have to do anything special, but because NPS site recognizes me, I'm able to have a discounted price right away. So that's pretty cool little feature that's built in, and not having to worry about a bunch of codes to use and stuff like that. Let's go to the maps. I really do like this maps function. The one bummer is it does take a second to load, but it is pretty cool once it gets. So one thing you'll notice up here in the top left is it says search for a body of water. So I can search for a body of water here when it loads up, and then down here in the bottom left, I've got regular map and I've got Navionics. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in Big Creek. So just cope with me here for a second while I try to multitask. There we go. Now you see that Big Creek. I was going to zoom in. I'm not real good zooming with my hands, so we're just going to go old school way. So we've got Big Creek up here. Alright, so it's got a nice map of Big Creek right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and switch to Navionics mode. So when I switch to Navionics mode, I've got all the map contours. And see, like I told you, I messed stuff up. So I can look at a new lake. I can target all kinds of areas I want to fish right here on the internet and on NPS's page. Most of the public lakes is going to have a map for. I'm sure there's a select few that it doesn't, but that's a pretty cool feature you can do right here on your computer, especially if you're getting ready to do a trip out of town and you're looking at a larger lake to do some research on. Let's go. Here's a shopping cart up here. Notifications. So when I post something to the page, this is my notifications little bell here. It tells me that people have posted. Let's go to my little main page here. So I just clicked on my picture icon. This is kind of cool. It's got a map behind me and it shows some different areas that I fished. You can see up here in Minnesota, northern Iowa, a lot of little locations here. There's also some out further west and east, but I'm not going to mess with those. Shows a lot of the posts that I've got. This is all ice fishing season. It's been a pretty good year. So I'm not going to spend a ton of time on that. Let's go. Let me try to see here what else we can look at. Tells me how many followers I have, who I'm following, how many post views I've got, how many posts I have, and sponsors on NPS. So those are all kind of cool features. If I go back up to where my picture is, I have account, rewards, shows my sponsors. Here's my resume. So I can click on my resume and I can edit it. So anytime I would apply for some sort of company, I can edit my resume right here. There is Team Talk. So a lot of those companies that you would work with have chat rooms, so to speak, and discussion boards that you can talk to one another on the NPS website. Let's go. I got a pro staff shop. Let's go to resume. I'll show you that real quick. So this is just some stuff that I've written about myself, some information, talk about social media and stuff like that. And you can go through and edit and update this at any time. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot more time because I don't want to make this video too long. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little overview of National Pro Staff and what it does. I hope you guys check it out. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Feel free to subscribe. Thanks, guys.